I'm feeling great. I got 5G running through my blood right now. Okay, I am microchipped. I got that Bill Gates juice in my blood. I am vaccinated. I'm only one shot in, though. I'm only one shot in.
Which brand?
Oh, please. I got that Pfizer. You can't be coming to me. I don't want to hear you, hot dog. I mean, I know you feel you're feeling young again. A couple weeks ago, we kind of dragged you through the coals a little bit because you're in your quarter life crisis, and you are deep in that. I don't want to get into it again. We'll get into it again on some other time because I'll just spend the whole show dissecting. But you're probably feeling pretty good because you're not eligible until next week because you're a kid, right? I mean, the kids don't need to go first.
I mean, I'm in the lowest bracket. What can I say?
Yeah.
I'm last in line.
Look at
What's up, kids?
my man hot dog, my man 16 plus hot dog over here.
I'm gonna borrow my little cousin who's like 11 years old and go with him. Like, hey, just me and the fellow kids over here.
Yeah. Hi, when can a 16 and up sign up for this vaccine? Because I do not fit into the other categories. I am 16 and up.
Yeah.
No,
not 30.
Nope. Where's my over 30s at? I went and got my first shot. And if you come to me, by the way, with your 16 and up vaccination, and you hit me with that Johnson & Johnson, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come to you like I'm getting a green text bubble. Like
that's the one I want.
No. That's the green bubble. That's Android. Johnson & Johnson it's very Android. It's very Google Chat. It's like Johnson & Johnson is like one step away from being like, I don't really text message, but you could hit me on WhatsApp and you're not international. And it's like, that's just shady. I don't know why you're not international. Why would you? Yeah. I like WhatsApp better. Okay. All right. We'll do WhatsApp.
There is a blue bubble. There is a blue bubble feeling to the other two.
Yeah.
Vax, but it's one and done. Like that's all I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
But that's probably what it is. Johnson & Johnson to me, and I'm not a doctor. I know it's effective enough, but it feels lazy. It feels like, okay, it's not quite as effective, but I don't have to go back, right? Okay. And it also feels a little like you were afraid to get another shot, like you're afraid of needles. A little bit. Right? Yeah, it's a little bitch made. It's a little bitch made to prefer that. If that's what's available, that's what's available. You want to get vaxxed up, but it's a little bitch made to prefer Johnson & Johnson because literally the only reason to prefer it is because you don't want to get 2 shots.
It's like not everyone who gets the Johnson & Johnson is a bitch, but every bitch is getting the Johnson & Johnson.
That's right. Some people are still cool, but I mean, and it's the same thing. Like you're sitting there, like you all have that friend that you put up with the green bubble because it's like, oh, but he's cool. Like I like the conversations, but the conversations would be so much better if that bubble was blue. You
don't see that. You don't see the writing in progress. You don't know when he's about to hit you with something. You like it. You like a comment and it says you like in quotations. That's the worst.
I hate that. I hate that. Getting a text that says that the person liked it. I'm like, it defeats the whole purpose. Don't come to me with that. Yeah, and it's also the nerve of people, the nerve of green bubbles to like emoji text messages as if it's the same thing as iChat. Like, don't clutter up my phone with that nonsense. Just text me back because it's going to come out the same on my phone. It's going to come out exactly the same.
Or send me a pager, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, whatever you have to do. But yeah, I got the Pfizer. I got to go back in a few weeks to get the second dose. I got my clout from it. I got my flex. I tweeted. I got whatever I had $3 in my pocket, so I figured throw up the $3 because I got a little cash in my pocket and throw up my vaccine card. That way people know I'm stunting right now. I'm really stunting.
No one even has cash anymore.
Exactly. Like I'm not even worried about. I don't need cashless transactions anymore because I'm vaccinated. Right? Like I'm not. They're like, what do you want to use? Apple Pay? And I'm like, oh no. I went back to cash. I got the vax. Okay.
But the thing with you though is you're gonna get vaccinated, but you're just gonna go straight back to quarantine the way you like it.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, I'm getting vaxxed up. I'm going home. Like I'm getting yeah. And it's not even. I won't call it quarantine because that sounds like somebody else is making me do it. But yeah, they'll be like, well, what are you doing now that you're vaxxed up? And I'm like, well, I had that Instagram picture. Talked about it on the Sam Roberts Now YouTube show. I mean, I talked about it there. What do you mean? What am I doing? No, I'm actually trying to see if I could just work from home indefinitely.
It's supposed to be a new lease on life. I got the vaccine. Let's fucking go crazy.
Let's test this thing, all right? Let's take this puppy out for a test drive. It's like you got a sports car, but you're still driving 50 miles an hour. What are we doing? I got vaxxed up. Even if it's 2 shots. It says the first shot, you're supposed to be like 70%. I didn't get fever symptoms after, they say, well, you might get fever symptoms the next day. I didn't get any fever symptoms. So you're right. Maybe I should be doing that. Maybe I should be heading down to like Miami or something and just really experiencing the world again. Maybe I should be
you gotta
hitting up that million maskless march or whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an exciting time. Although, like, you still, it's still people, it's one side or the other. Like, I have been accused of being a vax hole. Yeah, and I didn't realize I was doing that, but I guess I am. People, the fact that I'm being a little bit braggadocious about it, people are calling me a vax hole, which I didn't know was I didn't know it was a thing, but it is.
Those are just haters.
That is haters. That is true. It is. It's a lot of haterade. It's like if you're gonna spend this much time drinking haterade, just get vaccinated. Just get the shot in your arm.
It's like, oh, you gotta live in fear because you're not vaccinated. Oh, that's too bad.
That's too bad.
I'm sorry.
Although people are like, I don't trust that vaccine. I'm like, yeah, but so like COVID was a lie, and it's not that bad for you, but the vaccine is bad for you. It's like I don't understand. Like I don't understand. I was talking to Roland about it, from Sirius, and he was like, nah, I don't trust that vaccine. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, no. He's like, if I do get vaccinated, I'm gonna go to like a real doctor, not just some person. Like, I don't want them to miss my vein or something like that.
The things that Roland puts in his body to be worried about any vaccine.
Yeah, what you're already putting in there. And then I was like, wait. You don't want him to do what? I don't want him to miss the vein. I'm like, when have you ever gotten a vaccine in a vein? Why would you have to hit a vein to get a vaccine? They're not taking blood. They're just, they just pop you. It's like a booster shot. Like it's a flu shot. It's. Have you never been to a doctor before? No, I've never actually been to a physician. Oh, all right. I didn't know.
Yeah, Roland's in no position.
Yeah, no. And it's interesting, because the way I feel about vaccines is not everybody, like they say, not everybody needs to get them. They just say that enough people need to get them. And like, there are some people freaking out that not enough people are going to get them. Like there are some people freaking out going like, why aren't you getting the vaccines? And it's like every person I've ever spoken to is like, yeah, it was tough, but I got an appointment. Nobody has been like, oh, yeah, appointments. They're just throwing them out. Everybody's got appointments, I mean, Hot Dog, I think we both know people that were just chilling outside the Jacob Javits Center at like 7 o'clock at night, hoping that
waiting until it closes.
Yeah, I mean, South Park did a whole bit about the old people getting let into Walgreens. That tells me that there are enough people that want to get vaccines that will be we're going to be fine. There are enough people that want to get them that we're going to be okay. We don't need to panic if some people don't want to get them. Like no part of me was thinking, oh, I wonder who is getting them and who is not getting them. I was just like, I want to get vaccinated because I don't want to think about this stuff anymore. I think it's a proactive measure. And so I'm going to go get vaccinated. But I'm not like...
Didn't they say like 70% of like the elderly are like vaccinated at this point?
I mean,
like,
bro, if you're
over
like
65,
if you're an old person and you're not getting vaccinated, if you're like an anti-vaxxer that's like in their 60s or 70s, like you're a maniac. Even the most conspiracy theorists of conspiracy theorists are not sitting there going like, oh, it's perfectly safe for old people too. Like even COVID deniers are being like, but it is killing old people. Like the fact that it's not 100% of old people is a little jarring to be honest. But
like the COVID denial is it's only killing old people, so it won't kill me.
That's which it's like, okay, that's a bigger conversation. But like nobody's going like, there's nobody in the old people community that's going, no. They're making a big deal out of nothing. Are you kidding me? If anything, the only thing they're lying about with old people is how many are dying. And it's actually more than are being announced. Like that's the one you heard all these statistics that they're blowing up the death count. They're blowing up the COVID death count to make it seem like it's worse than it is. What about old people? No, they're not telling us. There's so many more old people dying. They're not letting us
the
know.
liberal states, the conservative states are hiding the nursing home numbers.
Oh, yeah, they're locking the door, and they'll be like, we'll drag the bodies out after that. It's like basically a Disney World. You know, at Disney World, like if you die on a ride, the rumor is that they drag you out of the park, and then they pronounce you dead, like outside the parking lot. Right, so there's no fatalities at Disney. That's like old people in COVID. They're like, what did he die of?
Old age.
Old age, yeah. Nature took its course. I don't know what to tell you. It's like he was on a respirator. Yeah, I mean, that's, you never know. Sometimes the lungs just give out for no reason. Yeah, old people.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I don't know. It's the circle of life. They just put on Lion King, and they go, this is what it is. It's Mufasa. And you're like, Mufasa didn't die of old age. He was murdered. I don't know. I haven't seen the whole movie. No spoilers. Anyway, let's keep it moving, Sam. All right. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to hit that number. We'll be fine.
We'll be good. I think one of the reasons that people have their theories and everything, and that there are some people that are not trying to jump on the vaccination bandwagon right away, or are just a little more skeptical of it than others. It's just because throughout this whole thing, it's like we don't ever learn that you're dealing with adults. I'm an adult. Hot dog, whether you want to admit it or not, you're an adult. Like we're talking about adults here. And adults don't want to be told what to do. It's the only goal we have in life. When we are children, all we're trying to do is figure out, when can people stop telling us what to do? When do we not have to listen to our parents anymore? When do we not have to listen to our teachers anymore? That's why people like go to college and flunk out and collapse, because they're a little ahead of the curve. They stop listening a little too early. Sometimes people drop out of high school just because they're like, I can't. They're like, okay, you have to give it to 18, and then you can stop listening to adults. So like, I can't go all the way to 18. I gotta leave now. I can go to 15. That's as much as I can give you. But then we get to something like,
you can't wait to be like, I'm an adult. You can't tell me what the fuck to do.
That's all you want in life. That's all anybody wants in life. And then you get to this place where stuff like this happens, and we feel like people are constantly telling us what to do. And for a lot of people, the instinct is to rebel. And I get that. I get the instinct to be like, no, I just don't. Why are you so insistent on telling me what to do? I'm not a stupid idiot. I've been taking care of myself.
The beginning.
Right. Like
that was definitely me in like the first 2 weeks of COVID.
It's just like
I didn't want to wear a mask. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to wear a mask. And I saw people outside wearing masks, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're over exaggerating. And then I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, maybe everybody would be smart enough to just see, because I think we'd be, I don't think that there's secret formulas in the vaccinations. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm optimistic. Maybe I'm naive. But I don't think there's magic syrup in the vaccines. I hope enough people get vaccinated that we just zap this thing. And if we have to get vaccinated again next year because there's a new COVID strain, I get vaccinated again. Whatever. Like, YOLO. What am I going to do? Well, what if the vaccination kills you? I don't know. What if I don't get vaccinated and a bus hits me? I don't know what to tell you, okay? I don't know. I just think that we're probably, medically speaking, better off.
What are the experts saying? Okay. All right, fine. I'll go with that.
Right. I get vaccinated. Fine. And I think most people feel that way. Most people are like, look, regardless, it's not worth it. I want to get back to normal life. This is how we're going to get back to normal life as a society, right? I mean, some people don't think about anything societally. They just think about individual things. And they're like, well, I don't need to get vaccinated because I'm good in my house. And you're like, okay, well, that's fine. If that's the way you want to be that way. Some people are panicking and they're like, oh, yeah, I get vaccinated because I'm going to die of COVID. And some people are going, well, I'm going to get vaccinated because if enough of us get vaccinated, we'll be good. And I'll be one of the enough of. For whatever reason you want to do it, people are doing it. If there's anything that we know, it's that people are getting vaccinated. Joe Biden comes out here and he says we're going to get 100 million vaccinated in 60 days. And he hits it halfway through. So now he's up to 200 million. Now, there is a possibility that Joe Biden misspoke in the original speech, and that number was low because he doesn't ever appear to know what he's talking about. But
he's just shocked, like, oh fuck, we hit it.
What?
Oh,
and they're like, yeah, Joe, we told you. Yes, we never said 100 million. It was obviously gonna be more than that. But
we're gonna get 10 vaccinations by the end of the month. I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah. But the more that people are pushing for this stuff, like I thought when I saw that it was happening on its own, like it's happening. The politician, our governor, the
Cuomo,
besmirched Cuomo. He's trying to unbesmirch himself by giving everybody vaccinations and legal weed.
Giving us cool shit.
Yeah, he's like, I got good news. Can I stop being a disgraced governor? And they're like, no, you're still a disgraced governor, but I guess you don't have to leave office now.